Hello, I'm on the beach. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. I don't know where this is going to go. I don't even have a script or like what I want to talk about really, but I'm just gonna freeball this and see where it lays and see where it takes me. Past crush reached out to me recently and it brought back some residual feelings that I've had. Some feelings that I never really resolved because I had this air of being ashamed of how hard and fast I fall for people and how hard and fast I feel emotions in general. I have never really fully accommodated myself. I never allowed myself to fully come to terms with the fact that I'm someone who has big emotions and someone who is very sensitive to everything, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I used to act like there is something wrong with feeling these emotions so strongly in an era of emotionally unavailability, and it's normalized to be nonchalant. And I think everyone metabolizes emotions so differently, and it's about accommodating what works for you. If you're someone who's more avoidant of your emotions, then it's about owning up to that and moving accordingly. If you're someone who is a little bit too emotionally available, hey, then it's about moving through the world with truth and with conviction. Limerence is a tricky thing, and I think people who are overly emotionally available and who are sensitive and are neurodivergent experience limerence on a higher level because we are so sensitive and we are constantly wanting to solve puzzles. Like our analytical brains go burr because unfinished projects and unfinished puzzles are the worst nightmare ever, you know? Because I carried my limerence with shame, I treated myself like I was insane for feeling the way I did, and I just tried to stifle how I felt. The creative energy just kind of like compressed until it eventually exploded, because that's what it's going to do. It's going to eventually explode. And from there, it's going to be really hard to recover. So when this person reached out to me, my first response was to spiral and to freak out and to go back to the way that my mind worked back then. I was thinking about, oh my gosh, like, what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? That's a question that we always ask ourselves. What does this mean? What does this mean? But I really looked at it from face value, and I looked at it for what it was, and all it simply was a correspondence. Because at the end of the day, like, I don't think I was crazy for sensing that there was something there, but I'm at a point in my life where if the there isn't point blank, if the there isn't right in front of my face, if the there isn't as blatant as possible, then for my sake and everyone's sake and everyone who is in a 10-foot radius of me's sake, I'm going to pretend it's not there. Heavy on pretend because, of course, I'm still going to be sensitive to it, but I'm going to force myself to look elsewhere until I can't ignore it, until that other party gives me a signal of I like you, I want you, you are, let's explore this, let's figure this out together. But until then, I can't do mixed signals, or I can't do I'm not sure what I want, or I can't do. He's been giving me vibes that he likes me, and I think he's just so nervous to talk to me. I'm not that scary really. So if someone is too scared to talk to me, then they're not the right person for me. So what have I been doing to kind of counteract these big emotions descending onto me, domino affecting me. Well, at first I actually ate an entire baguette and just bed rotted in my room and started to just panic, and I started to just I was like, I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. I've worked so hard to build myself up to where I am right now. I don't want to go back. Please, I don't want to go back. I think having that thinking subconsciously made me act like I was going back. And so I ate an entire baguette, laid in my bed, bed rotted. I usually block Instagram after 11 p.m. I block Instagram between 12 p.m. and then like no, I block Instagram in the morning and I don't use it until 12 p.m. and then I block it at 11 p.m. Um, I unblocked Instagram and I started to scroll and scroll and scroll and eat my baguette, and it was like 1 a.m. and then I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I don't have to do this. I don't have to respond this way. These emotions are very much real. These emotions are going to be there. You are going to feel this way no matter what. But you don't have to act that way anymore. You do not have to act that way anymore. So the next day, I decided to pick up photography again and do some self portraiture. And I just looked at the photos and I was like, there she is. There she is. I felt so back. I felt so back. Like, I felt like I was channeling myself again. And I was like, these emotions, these big feelings are part of me. They're part of who I am. They're me. And it's not a bad thing that I get attached easily, but I need to find avenues to express it and to let it to let it run rampant that aren't self-destructing. Because in a weird way, I think I was maybe punishing myself for feeling that way towards him again. And I felt bad that I wasn't over it. And I was like, well, I should be this like stoic baddie. Like, I'm in my content creation bag. I'm in my filmmaking bag. Like, I shouldn't be care about this little boy. But I do. I do. And that's okay. I do. So what I gotta do is just accept that. You need to accept the fact that you feel these gigantic emotions and you feel limits and you are someone who is going to get attached easily, and you need to do you need to be so hyper vigilant in finding ways in which that will not destroy you. And lately I've been moving in a way where I'm like, yo, if there's attraction between us, it needs to be blatant. You need to be sure of what you want, because I'm someone who falls hard and fast, and I it would be absolutely detrimental for the both of us if there is if we are going to be working on the basis of maybe of yeah, I think you're beautiful, but like I don't know if I want anything yet. Cuz my ass, I want something. I know what I want. I want something. When I have crushes on people, I immediately am like, I'm in love with them. And that's just who I am. And so I take that love that I feel towards the person and I make art. I started making art. I started just writing. And I guess that I'm not saying it makes me more normal, but it makes me more regulated. It makes me feel like, oh, I'm not crazy. I just have all this rampant, effervescent energy inside of me that could be used to create such beautiful and amazing things. There's nothing wrong with you. You just have to find ways to let your freak flag fly. You gotta let your freak flag fly in healthy ways. Not to sound like a film bro, but I feel like David Lynch films are basically about repressed perversion, right? We live in a world of so many repressed people. So much violence, so much pain, so much, so many problems are because of repression. It's hard to find healthy avenues to let your freak flag fly, but they exist. And it's up to you to find them. Me, I know I let my freak flag fly through my art. My art is all the things I've been repressing, all of the weird thoughts I've ever had, they're coming up. This is the era I'm in right now. They are literally I'm throwing up everything. You gotta let your freak flag fly. Shame is so unproductive. Shame is so unproductive. Oh, I feel so bad because I'm a freak. Oh, I'm a freak. I feel so bad. Okay, like then what? Then what? Let your freak flag fly.